welcome to another episode of Legion Elite Motorsports. I'm your host, Isaiah. And today, I believe I made a huge mistake. I actually did some work and forgot to film. My bad. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys in this corner and maybe this corner what I did and why. So this episode we're gonna do pretty much a downpipe. I wanted to get this knocked out before the engine goes into the engine bay. For obvious reasons, there's not going to be any room to do any kind of that. So let's get started. First, over here, you're gonna see a picture of the turbo and AC compressor as they sit currently, right? Yep, there it is. Okay, and then in order to make more room, which is very hard, I cut the turbo right there. Yep, it's cut. So from there, basically what I figured I was going to do is, because the downpipe on the turbo right there is actually 3 inches, and there's not enough room for 3 inches technically, so I cut the middle, or the middle seam of the turbo, and that reduces it back to the blade size, which is actually 2.5. So I purchased a mild steel because, you know, you have to make sure that it can handle heat. Stainless steel doesn't like heat, ask anyone. And basically welded on a V-band straight from the butt end of the turbo so I could start making a downpipe. So this picture here, you'll see that I did an okay job at welding it. I actually did it myself, trying to learn TIG. So, still terrible, but very strong if you grasp the basics of welding. Whatever. Anyway, so the V-band is on there, and then now let's take a look at what we got. So as you can see here, the downpipe used to be about like that much from the AC compressor. Now we got about that much, which is pretty good. It's still very tight. You could definitely pie cut your way out of this, which I may or may not do depending, but I made a cut from a 90-degree bend I purchased, and I ended up with, I mean, it fits, but it's an incorrect, how do you say, cut. It's not technically a proper degree angle for flow. So basically it looks like it'll hit just like this and then go down. So I might have to pie cut. I'm still debating it. That's a lot of gas and weld and stuff like that. You know, especially this angle. But I might be able to do something in this area. But yeah, the V-band is not on here tight, but actually it is. Okay. Oh, there it goes. So V-band's on there good. See if I can get some pie cuts going from here. Pie. Down. That's a very tight, even for 2.5, that's pretty tight. So in general, I'm gonna have to redesign this manifold in the future, but currently we're gonna make this one work with what we got. And yeah, see if we could pie cut. But let me show you what I have that I actually cut. All right, so this is what I cut. And as you can see, that is dead wrong. I mean, it fits, yes, but that is not a circle. So exactly what I said, the air is gonna just blow here, and this should turn cherry freaking red because it doesn't have proper angles. So you see the radius from this band here where it needs to be, but obviously that's not gonna work. So gonna see if I can pie cut. Let's see how we do with that. So this is the cut I made. A nice hood exit if anybody wants it. And then this is the one we're gonna pie cut. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut this one in sections. I'll see if I could do 3 sections just to give me the proper bend angle. I might have to do more, but do that and then see if I can clear it, basically. So yeah, that beats this. And then too, I'll see if I can pie cut this to add on to here after I get rid of this angle. Or actually give it an angle, which will probably be from here this way as a 45, so I could save most of this pipe. And hacksaw did a hack job, so I'm gonna clean this up and take it from there. Let's see what we can put together. So we're gonna mount it up and see how much space we have. And also remember that this piece is going to be 100% wrapped up. None of this is gonna be exposed on a finished product, or this one I'm gonna wrap it up and make sure that it doesn't overheat the compressor or anything like that. Because this is such a tight bend, it's going to glow red the majority of the time. This is why I chose this material. Mild steel can take heat, stainless cannot. So, yeah, we're gonna pop this on there and see what it looks like. Okay, so there you have it. Clears with a little less than a finger, which is plenty of room for wrapping. Gonna wrap that up, and we're also going to continue making the rest of it. It's gonna be fairly close to this fitting, which I'm not too worried about, but I am worried about this area here catching the brunt of the heat. So again, this is why this whole thing all the way under the engine is going to be wrapped. So, yeah, we're gonna continue that. All right, so this is the concept Alex has kicking. As you can see, we have plenty of room down here under the oil pan, and then we have plenty of room from A to B.
So what we're gonna do, we're gonna come here,
right,
pop, and then here,
right, cut, right,
connect to this one.
That's perfect. That looks great. That looks great. All right, perfect. So we got a couple of bends to make, nothing too crazy.
I think one more will be good to go.
Yeah, and like a slight piece of straight. That should be good.
No.
No.
I'm gonna do the whole corner here.
Okay, all right,
Yeah,
that makes
it's
sense.
gonna be saying like that sideways.
Yeah,
So
gangster.
it's gonna come here, pop, connect to this one, and then we're going down.
Okay, excellent. So that looks good.
So
Should we measure the height from oil pan to muffler?
No, what I was thinking is I was thinking to make a bracket from here,
Right.
from here to
Oh,
here,
to hold it.
to hold it in place.
I
from the
like
butt.
that idea. That's actually a really good idea. And I think there's a bolt down there too.
Yeah, it's a hole here, right here.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, because there's a factory bracket that goes there.
Yeah,
So
I
that
think
works.
it's a 14 right there. So we use 14, but little bracket tack in, and we could measure.
Exactly. Okay, so that sounds like a plan. So we'll take that pipe and make the new measurements, and heck yeah, we'll have a down pipe before you know it. So that looks good. So the mastermind, Alex, has come up with that bad boy goes to there, all right? Then that one connects to there, and we'll bring it right out the back. So that looks like it's going to be perfect. Okay. So, yeah, it looks good. We need to get the marker and mark everything up and get to it.
Mark it. I need the bracket from here to here.
Yep, to make sure it's the proper space.
I want to make the bracket first.
Okay, let's do that. I got some, you want to use square tube, angle iron? What do you want to use? Okay, so if you're late to the video, Alex is over here inventing. Okay, you guys are years behind. He's over here state of the art. Okay, you see that? Yep. So we're gonna mark that mother, twist it, tack weld, final weld. We'll be good to go. Let's see that gap. Looks beautiful. You know, we could, no, that's actually perfect, yeah. Let's take a look from the other side so you can see the magic that's being created here. So, that is perfection. Can you see that gap? Oh God. I'm gonna tighten this down so we can get a really good view. Okay, so we got some of the pipe fabbed up to see how it's going to set up, and basically it looks perfect. Like,
we just gotta cut more here.
Yeah, just a little bit more. We cut it a little long to make sure we're not undercutting. It's easier to cut off pipe than to add pipe, so that's looking good. We're going to cut it down a little bit more, and then it should be, yeah, perfection. Then that'll butt up perfectly, and yeah, I think we'll have a downpipe. And remember, guys, it doesn't matter how this downpipe looks, it is going to be 100% wrapped because of the location of it between the AC compressor and the oil return line. I don't want no issues with that at any point or duration in time, so we're gonna knock it out. Okay, as you can see, we've got the cuts. It's gonna need some slight adjusting, but Alex has it perfect to where it goes out exactly where it should be. Any minor adjustments back here can be made after it's tack welded. But we're using clear tape just to hold it in place to get an idea of what it's going to look like. Plus, we still have the bracket in there. And yep, it's looking pretty good. Pretty good. So, Alex is reinventing the wheel here. Alex style. He creates something from nothing. This is what he does. This is why he gets millions.
Yeah, I wish.
Yeah, soon.
Okay.
As soon as that bank work is complete. But yeah, look at that, huh? Perfection. Look at that. Okay. In every aspect, every position you look at it, perfection. Now, yeah, we could definitely move it over a little bit more, but I think closer to this plate is actually a better idea because it acts like a heat sink, and that'll actually work out really good.
I wanted to keep it away from the old pan.
Yeah.
As much as I can, because this is aluminum piece.
Yeah, and that'll suck up the heat, which is much better.
So, I mean,
that's perfect.
Right there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we could still go this way more. We just have to chop a little bit to the pipe.
And then move it.
If that's what you want. No, because remember, we still gotta go.
That actually looks pretty good. Let me see. Actually, no, that looks perfect. If you look straight on this way. Oh, not in your ear. My bad. If you look straight on, that is perfect.
Right
That's
there.
exactly where we want it to be. So you know what? We're going to keep it just like that. We're going to tack that mother into place. And we'll be good. We will be good. But that looks great. That's exactly where I want it. You see? And it's not lower than this part or anything. It's perfect, perfect, perfect. So, and again, I'm going to remind you guys again, the whole thing is going to be wrapped. So the visual appeal is not going to be priority on this
I mean, it's
piece.
gonna look good just one here, there.
Oh yeah, of course. But you know, in general, if it starts to rust, which it will, it's aluminized mild steel. We're not going to see it, so we'll be fine. All right, so we're gonna tack this mother into place and see how she looks. We're gonna mark 2 lines so we know where to put it together when we start welding. 2 lines there. Okay, and here we have the finished product. We added in the 2.5-inch flex pipe. Then after that, we added in the 2.5-inch to 3-inch conversion pipe from there. And we're actually gonna do the V-band setup on that end there, but we also have to add in a wideband O2 sensor, so we have to weld on the bong for that and kind of take it from there. But it is 100% complete, ready to be wrapped. It's gonna be wrapped from the Ruta all the way up to this area here, the beginning to the flex pipe. And then after that, it should be good to go. I'm excited. We're also going to be wrapping the turbo manifold there. And also the wastegate, I'm going to infuse that basically into this downpipe. But I'm going to do that first before wrapping it, of course, and take it from there. So we're going to be installing this on the engine and see what it looks like and check out the clearance. So let's do that. And there she is in position, ready to make things happen, perfectly in place. And if you could see out the back here, so the intake manifold pipe, it's a good length, and then normally for the Mirage from here it'll turn to the driver's side and then go straight back. So I'm going to be getting some piping 3-inch to continue on there, but that part's going to be done on the car. This part here had to be done in order for the engine to go in. So we're just that much closer, which is excellent. I still have to plug up a couple of little things, but in general, we are right about there. This is just perfect. I couldn't ask for more. Look at that. So if you look here, it's perfectly straight. Plenty of room to wrap it. Let's go a little bit further down. See that? Plenty of room there. And plenty of room over here. Just perfection. And the funny, or better yet, the cool thing about it, had to clean up some blemishes here. No big deal. But the funny thing about it is because it's on a V-band, you can always adjust where the car sits. So let's take this loose. All right, just a tad. Alrighty. See? You can move it wherever you want to. So that's perfect. So you can adjust how far up it goes. Plus, remember, further back there, there's a hanger. So that's going to be welded on there and completely removable. So it'll be nice. And yeah, take it from there. But yeah, you can completely adjust where you want it and then tighten it up and continue on. So that's perfect, perfect, perfect. So with that being said, we're going to call it an episode right there. But I definitely appreciate you guys hanging in there for this episode. Definitely a good one, I think. If this is the type of stuff you like to watch, definitely feel free to subscribe and hit that bell icon for updated notifications. But until then, I will see you guys next time. And remember, knowledge is power.